Well, I'm early, but I know it takes time for y'all to come and hang out, so I'll just wait. I'll just wait. What's happening here? Hello. Working on the chilies. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. I'm doing part of this pattern. Say hi if you're here. We're working on the Robin Pickens quilt. What's the name of it? Simple Solstice. And I am doing my favorite flying geese. Favorite. But I will tell you that if you can see this guide beam, I marked the center of my thing and set my guide beam to a scant quarter inch, and that way it's so easy to follow. So I'm working on that. Can you hear me? Oh my gosh. Maybe you can't hear me. Oh my goodness. Last week I wasn't heard. Can you tell me if there is sound? If you're here and you can hear me, can you let me know? If you're here and you can't hear me, let me know. Last week I had a sound issue. Not last week because I traveled last week. The week before. Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? What is that song? I think it's a Pink Floyd song. It's like just at the edge of my memory. I don't know. We have volume. Why is it staticky? I have on my thingy. Why is it staticky? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is it not working? I don't want that. It's not good. It's not good. That's terrible. Which microphone is working? Is this one working? I have this one on. It's on. The power's on. You know, I need a technical person to just live at my house. Hi, Lori. Did I miss you last night or did you not come? I wasn't there for long. Oh, you're not hearing me from this thing? Oh, that's bad. I'm working on it. Would it be sound? Sound? No? Yes, yes, I missed you. Or yes, you were there. This device is working properly. You know, sometimes I just don't know. Oh, it's on the wrong microphone. Cancel. Dashboard. It's on the wrong microphone. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lori. If we do this. Does that work now? Is that better? Did I fix it? Do we know? It says I got nothing. I did all the things. I charged the microphone, and it didn't work. And it's probably because the air conditioning is on, and the fan is over there, and it's picking that up, and I apologize. And so some days, you just want to go, huh. That's very unfortunate. Just another day. Look at these. Aren't these pretty? I've got this one. Super fun, right? And then I've got this one. And they're so pretty. I gotta sew this one. But I'm using the guide beam on my machine to line up this at a scant 1/4 inch so that hopefully, fingers crossed, my scant... Oh, that's not good, Lori. I'm hoping that my scant 1/4 inch is better. And the guide beam is very helpful. Very, very helpful. So... I changed the camera to the right app, and I forgot that I had to change the microphone. Only 2 people want to come hang out with us today. Can we share it with our friends? Can y'all share with the friends? See if we can get some more people to come hang out with us. I know it's a nice day outside. I would like to be outside. Not really. I'm just kidding. Who am I kidding? I am right where I want to be. Right where I want to be. In my sewing room. This is why we live in this climate. So that we can be here. So I found out who makes the canvas fabric that I was using for this quilt. And I forgot again. Hold on. Maybe I can remember. Dun, 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 dun. Starts with a P. What is her name? She was at the the Fiber Festival, Central New York Fiber Festival. She's probably the only fabric vendor there, which was funny. But of course, I go to the Fiber Festival and I pet all the yarn, and then I only bought fabric. I did buy shoes, but they're not here yet. So, well, they came and then they were bad. Thank you, Taryn. Thank you. Okay. Her name was, I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Looking it up so I can tell you where I got it. I want to, this one. Okay. You know, why can't I find her? She's probably on a different credit card. Probably on a different account. You know, nope. I got nothing. I thought I had it. I had it. It's gone. It's gone. I don't know where I got this beautiful canvas from. I did get it from someone. We are working on this wonderful quilt. The design is Simple Solstice by Robin Pickens, and it's been very easy. The only difficult part is because I've been really trying to keep the pieces together. Like I matched all of these together. So when I needed the little squares, so like this one, see how these squares have a little bit of purple in them on the corners here? And so I matched these squares for the flying geese so it would kind of look like it came from the same area, which is probably completely pointless and made my life harder. But oh well, it's me. It's what I did. So my we were busy today, which was great. So I did not get the mermaid quilt done. She is on the agenda for tomorrow. So that'll be great. And then I have I want to do something with the new Halloween fabric that just came in. Of course, I have a design I want to do with the Christmas stuff because, you know, I like the Christmas. Wait until you see the Christmas fabric that we got today. You just wait. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I picked good things, but we might be a little short on room. Maybe a little. So yeah, that's fun, right? Who else here saying hi? Okay. So I marked all of these. These are our flying geese. I know they don't look like much. And they're in order, so now we're going to do them the backwards order. Because I marked them, and you have to do each side. Have you ever done flying geese 4 at a time? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for coming by. I don't feel so alone now. So I'm using my guide beam on the Anthem and I moved it to a scant 1/4 of an inch. So if I, theoretically, this is all theory, theoretically, if I stitch on both sides of this and cut it, I will be, hi Shelly, then I will be able to get these pretty close without having to square them all up, because I hate that part. I hate that part. This is so not my favorite. So we are working on it. And I hope that my sewing skills are great. And I'm chain piecing because I want them to be in the same order so that I could put them back in order with the blocks over there. The last time I did flying geese, I paper pieced them. There is still some Christmas chicken fabric. I may have went a little bit crazy with the animals this year, but they were just really cute. So wait until you see next week on Tuesday. What are you guys doing for the 4th of July? Anything fun? Okay, here, cruising right along. I really was, oh, I gotta do some other stuff. Today was the last shop hop day. How many shops did you get to? Shelly, did you do any shop hopping? You silly goose. Look at, if I don't sew my hair into a project, then it is not true love. I was crocheting this weekend because we were out on the boat and I can't sew while we're on the boat. Well, I could, but trying to EPP while on a boat with waves and bouncing is really not safe. I bleed enough as it is when I pin quilts on the long arm. We did some long arm demos today. That was really fun. I learned a few things. I love it when I learn things. You're cleaning your house. That is not fun. I say, nope, nope. Lisa, you're all set. No more cleaning. Go sew. Cleaning fairies will help tomorrow. Or they won't. And guess what? It'll still be there the next day. That's okay too. I got a new vacuum for the shop, and Monday morning I vacuumed every little nook and cranny because it needed it, because the vacuum was just really struggling. And I got so carried away that there were people standing at the door going, let me in, let me in. Do you remember those old Mervyn's? Those old Mervyn's, is that the right name of that store? That they started with the open. Was it Mervyn's? Started with an M, right? I really think that's right, but I could be wrong. Yeah, they're fine. The only one that matters is Little. She doesn't need much room, Lisa. For sleeping. It's overrated. Does anybody remember the commercial? 15 shops. Good for you. You too, Lori. Good for you. Shelly. But did you get stickers? And did you do the shop hop? Can't ask you your favorite shop because that's not fair. Of course it's us. Shh, I won't tell anybody. This guide beam is really a saving grace, let me tell you. As long as I drew my lines right, we're okay, right? Nobody will know. Once I'm done quilting it. I already know how I'm going to quilt it. Only because the one that I saw that I loved was quilted in a cool way, and I am going to try it. So wait till you see how that goes. It could be a disaster. It could really be a disaster. Yes. Aw, thanks, Shelly. You're our favorite rep. Oh, look. I used my guide beam, and I didn't have to mark both sides, and that looks pretty darn straight on. Go team. I am stoked. And I used my blade saver. Gotta have one of these. You don't have one of these okay. The bottom was the top. Oh my goodness. Okay. Shh. We have to keep track of which square went to in which order because they have to go back in the blocks in order. Nobody will know, but I will. Okay, so we have all 12 of these started like this. Now, what's the next step in this disaster? So why did it tell me I needed 48 of them? I don't understand. Okay. I've not done this method. So it says I have to cut them in half. Anybody have any tips or tricks? Because holy moly, this is not a long enough ruler. But this one is. Okay. So we iron it, or we don't iron it. We just cut it. This is it. This is scary. It's a process. Woo! It's a process, all right. I cut it. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Okay, I cut it. And I don't do anything yet. Oh. Oh. Then I use those. Got it. I got it. I'm catching on. I'm catching on, guys. What is your favorite way to make flying geese? What is the right answer? Mine is paper piecing. Hands down, all day long. Hands down. So we're almost done with this. There's only 12 blocks, and I was like, oh, this will be easy. And it would have been easier if I had not had a little bit of OCD and attempted to... Why is my camera moving? Stop moving. You stop it. My camera's moving. It has a mind of its own. We're going to have to name the camera. So we named the long arms. We named them Prince, Stella, and Madam. And so they have names now. And I think we're going to have to name the camera because he's a little feisty. So, and sometimes I think they behave better if you name them. Tomorrow I'm going to do some videos on the long arm. Show you the the mermaid quilt. That one's almost done because the little baby was born early and she's here and we have to get her little quilt to her. So I'm gonna work on that. And then I have so many projects. I need to be grounded to my room. Cameron. I like Cameron. What do you think? Cameron. Camera. We named the camera at work as Joe. We wanted to name him something else, but we couldn't do it because we wouldn't have been able to keep straight faces while on the live. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But I talked to my friend at the sewing studio today, and that was super fun. I love talking to Natalie, and that's going to be fun. Yeah. She's sending me, she told me which one, the pattern I was looking for this morning for the sneakers that doesn't have the binding, and for some reason I'm missing that one, so we couldn't figure out why because I had ordered them all, and so she's going to take care of that. So then I can stop telling you something that I didn't have. And then I think that we're going to get some of the Tim Holtz canvas in, and I'd like to try it on the sneakers. That would be super fun. So that'll be fun. I saw Lori brought her quote with her to ladies' night on Monday that was scaring her. So that was cool because I got to see that. And she started to conquer her fears. So that's even better. I think it's great. We're doing this easy quilt because I have a blank space in my wall now because I had to return the Tim Holtz quilt. So if you did not get a chance to come in and see that, man, did you miss out, because it was a gorgeous quilt one of our customers made, and I'm hoping she enters or gets to enter it into the show she wants, and then she is able to get a ribbon for it. I don't know how that works. Do you get like all kinds? Do you get a ribbon? Do you get like an award? Does it depend on the show? I don't know. We're not vending in another show until September 10th or 11th, I think. We'll be out in Mohawk Valley, which will be fun. And then we'll be the Museum Quilt Guild show, which is going to be fun. That's in October already. Isn't that crazy? It seems so nuts. Summer's so fast. Oh no. Nope. They moved. They moved. You know what you could use on here if you were nervous about it moving like that is you could use your Acorn Precision Piecing glue, which I love for everything. And next week I'm going to try the Roxanne's glue based on Minky and see how that works, because I have my penguin to work on. I have a little girl who is the cutest daggum thing, and she needs a penguin to cuddle with. So that's going to be a thing. Shannon Cuddle has the greatest little kits. I have 2 of them in the store, but I got to make the samples so that everybody can see it. And then I have to be able to take it down for Christmas, because it's going to be a gift. Is anybody else thinking about Christmas gifts already? Do we ever really stop? I mean, do you ever really stop? Does your brain just say, okay, I don't have anything creative to make? Because I feel like I am always building new projects in my head, and then I have to say, Stephanie, you can't make any more things because you don't finish the other things, and because you just can't. So, no, ma'am. And then I'm sad. I can't even say that. I was going to say I haven't brought home one in a while that was for me. And maybe I haven't, but they're for gifts or whatever. But this one that I brought home today was for me. And that's going to be the really fun fabric. That one came in, I think we showed it last week. The Furs and Booze, a Halloween collection by Moda. Yes, but you make some Christmas gifts, Taryn. I know. You do. Lizzie was telling me today that she went and had ice cream this weekend. She likes her ice cream. And she went and had some ice cream, and she said it was cotton candy, soft serve. And I was like, Lizzie, that sounds gross. And she was like, it tasted like medicine. It was gross. And thankfully, I guess the person at the ice cream place was like, yeah, we know. And they gave her the choice to buy a different flavor ice cream. And she goes, I got the hard ice cream, and it was cotton candy. And I said, that was better. She said yes. So, note to self, apparently the soft serve cotton candy ice cream, no good. No good. Didn't sound good to me, but I guess 10-year-olds are 10-year-olds and they have different tastes. That's funny. She's like, yeah. Mm-mm. You know what would be amazing is if I finish all of these and I cut them apart and they do not need trimming, because then I'm going to be so excited. What do we think the chances of that are? Anybody a betting person? Because, oh, yay. Yay! I haven't seen her in a while. Come and say hi. So, Taryn, what'd you buy? What'd you buy? What'd you buy? I think, I don't know what I think. I think we need to have a retreat. I think I need to go to a retreat. I don't think I've ever been. I've been thinking about that a lot, going on a retreat, so I could see what it's like. Everybody's like, oh, do the virtual one. And I'm like, that doesn't sound as fun. Have you done a virtual retreat? Have you done an in-person retreat? Which do you like better and why? This part is so monotonous. Just like, okay, la-ti-da-ti-da. Let's do another one. But, just so you know, when I'm done with this part, I just have to sew a couple pieces together, and then we assemble the squares, and it's all set. Is there a border? There's one border on the edge. One border. 12 blocks and one border. Oh, there's no sashing, so if I mess up these points, you'll see it. There's a lot of pressure. But quilting cruises do look like fun. I did look at those. But, like, I kind of would want to not go somewhere I want to go because I want to sew. But also, what if the seas are rough? Because that's happened when we've been on a cruise and it's rough seas. And, like, I feel like rotary cutting on a cruise is not a great choice. Purchase a virtual retreat. Person, yeah, I think in person would be good. Also, when you go on quilting cruise, I don't know that they let you bring your own projects because you use their sewing machines because you can't really travel with one, nor do you want the liability of being on a ship with one. And you buy their projects. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind taking one from Ricky Timms. I've always admired his work and would love to see that, like, as, I would love to learn that technique. Although, I've done like a virtual scrapbook day, like, and that was kind of fun. There was like games and stuff, so maybe that would be fun. But it doesn't seem as much interaction with your friends, you know? Yeah, Lori, I agree. An actual retreat would be fun. I always get distracted. I definitely need it, like, in my face. Also, I want to sew until 10 o'clock at night in my jammies with my friends. Right? And then what if I wake up in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and I want to go sew? Am I allowed to do that? Who has a place? We're going to have to do a retreat. How many people? I think that would be fun. Like, some people go on quilting retreats all the time. Like, I'm down, let's go. If I could just, you know, find the place and time, that would be good. Okay. Look at, we're almost done with these. You guys are great company. Now, I have 2 people who are going to have one of these in their home next week, and they are going to be so excited. The sew and sale. I don't have extras. That's questionable. I definitely have extras. Oh, I only have 2 extra. That makes sense because I did 50. Okay. Okay. We're okay. It's all okay. I can count. We're all fine. I can count. Sew and sale. So, like, the ones that I've looked at a couple of retreats and I was like, you know what? I would like that one that just sails to the middle of nowhere. Like, it is all seated. But then I feel like some of those are like drunk fests. Oh, really, Lori? That's exciting. That is so exciting. Okay, we got to stitch all those one more time, and then we cut them apart, and we pray that we measured properly, and we have perfectly formed flying geese. What is the, I mean, I guess I see the benefit of this because you're not really sewing triangles. But I don't know. We'll see. So which one do you want to go on? And is he going to go with you? And like just hang out on your cruise? I say we get a motorhome brigade and go to a campground that has a little banquet hall. I'm all about that. I sleep in my own bed. I mean, if I had a camper, that would be fun. Wouldn't it be fun to have a quilting camp, like a whole campground that was just quilters? You have campfires and s'mores and whatever else you wanted. I lost track. So if I go back this way, am I on the top side? Okay, this is the bottom. Okay, it'll be perfect. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Perfect. Oh, just a retreat. Okay. I was gonna say, if you had to go on a cruise this year and you didn't say anything, We're going to be a little bit jealous, all of us. I don't care who says they weren't. They were. Yep, that would have been a thing. We're almost done. I'm so excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Then you get to the point where you're over the halfway point of a quilt and you're like, okay, I can do it. You have like that renewed, let's go. I think we're there. Oh, and I started working on the purple or my pink dinosaur. And I have to tell you that I ran out of fabric. It was a disaster. But then I called this great place, Sadie's Quilts, and she had some left. And she was great and got it to me super fast. So that was super great of her. There's a group that does an RV retreat. Oh, I need that link. Doesn't that sound more... That sounds better. I feel like that sounds better. I wonder if... I you can do it at Camp Bell Campground. That'd be nice. Cool. Quiet, down. That'd be fun. Are you camping or are you a hotel kind of person? Because I know a lot of quilters who are campers. Be fun. I mean, I am certainly not talking about tent camping, girls. Oh, you did! Yay, Joanne! I'm excited. Would have been faster if you used the AccuQuilt. I was cutting jelly roll strips today. Right before I got on live today, I ran out of bobbin, and my machine and I argued about whether she was actually out of bobbin, and I won. Not often that I win, but I won this time. And there was still like 6 inches left on the bobbin when I was really done, when she thought she was done. Camp in a hotel. I don't have an RV. I mean, maybe we could go to like a hotel that has like a little campfire space outside, but you still get to sleep in a comfy bed. Some of those camper beds are not great, not gonna lie. Uh-oh. Why are you complaining? What'd you do? Everything is fine. We just came unthreaded. Everything is fine. Okay. Away we go. We're going to see about all the things. How big are you going to make your quilt, Joanne? I know you bought extra fabric so you can make it bigger. For queen size? I think you said queen. I can't remember. I was thinking about that too, and you know what would look really cute on that pattern is if you did a 2.5-inch square border around the whole thing when you were done with your leftovers. I also like the fact that whenever, because the background is so white on that quilt, she's doing one of the charm square pattern quilts that we had from our Simply Charming Club. And I have a sample in the store, and it's a super cute pattern, but it is small, and so, you know, to make it bigger, you got to do some finagling and whatever. But the background is white, and it doesn't have a border, so the edges are white, which, if it's going to be on a quilt that you use, like I would put a border on it that was darker so that it didn't get dirty on the edges. Because sometimes that's what happens when you have those quilts like that. This particular quilt is, these flying geese are made out of quilter's cotton and then a canvas material. It's a very lightweight canvas, but it is a canvas material. And oh, Princess Frou Frou, is that who the lady's name is that I bought the canvas from? She was at the RIT Quilt Show, Genesee Valley, and then she was at the Central New York Fiber Fest. Princess Frou Frou? That might be her name. I'm going to look it up, but I think that's her name. She hand dyes the canvas and quilter's cotton and sells it, and I loved the colors, and they matched with the cute monkey fabrics Chillies that I did in the center of the squares, so I could not resist. And then the next time I saw her, I bought a half-yard bundle of fabric in some pink gradiated, and they're so beautiful, and I'll be playing with those very soon. Okay, these are done. We have to put them back in order. We'll put them with the one they belong with. I tell you, this blade saver thing is really key. Now, hopefully, I did this right. And we're going to have 4 flying geese for each block. So if you're following along, in 45 minutes, okay, maybe an hour and a half, because I did start a little before you guys came to join me. We did 48 flying geese. 48, that's a lot. With this 4 at a time method. And nobody answered and said that their favorite way to do flying geese was one way or another. So, ow, this is the bottom. Okay, here we go. Let's cut it. Why is that like that? Why is that like that? What did I do wrong? Oh no! Why didn't you guys tell me I did it wrong? Sugar honey iced tea. How do I fix it? Well, we were doing great things. We were doing great things. And then I didn't read all the instructions. So now we have to go fix things. I'm not happy about it. I am not happy. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous, ladies. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I, being the smart human that I was supposed to iron the one side before sewing on the new triangle. Look what I did. Did you see? I was supposed to open it. Open it. Did I do that? No. Now I have to fix 48 flying geese. Why didn't anybody stop me? Don't y'all know that I am not doing it right here? And I needed assistance? Oh my goodness. Well, we fixed one. We're having a moment. Well, we're going to add about an hour to that day. However, we do have some beautiful flying geese once I fix it. We are 3.5. We are not 6 inches. We are bigger than 6 inches. That's it. I give up. We are 3.5. We are the right height. We are 1/4 inch too big. How do I fix that? How do I shrink it this way without shrinking it that way? That means this angle is going to be off. Who has one of those rulers that squares up flying geese? At least this seam is pretty straight. This is when projects get put in timeout. This is when that happens right now. This right here. Ugh, you know. Okay. Well, guys, I messed up 48 flying geese. I did. I sure did. I surely did that. Anybody has any good pointers on how to quickly remedy my problem, that'd be cool. Nobody's even. Nobody, y'all said, oh, we didn't see what you did. We're out of here. This was silly. This was silly. This is why I like paper pieced flying geese. This is why we like that. Just so you know. Paper pieced is the way to go. Crickets. Rickets. I'm going to be here for a minute. They're pretty, even if they are wrong. This one's only 1/8 of an inch, or yeah, 1/8 of an inch too big. Nobody? Nobody. 3.5 though. It is 3.5. We're winning. At least they're the same size. We can go with that, right? Well, if you need proof that people mess up who are supposed to know what they're doing, this is it right here. This girl. I did it. Now, whenever I'm done figuring out my problem, these go up here. Aren't they pretty? Ah, that's so cool. It will be. Eventually. I'm going to go unsew for a while now. And I shortened my stitch length because I don't like the 2-inch, 2.5 or 2.5 millimeter stitch length. So I shortened my stitch length like I'm paper piecing, like I know what I'm doing, and obviously I do not. So stick around or don't. Come back next week because maybe I'll get it right. Okay, look at that. We're just going to unsew a little bit and press them. I wondered how that was going to work, and I didn't second guess myself, and I should have just said, Stephanie, what are you doing, dummy? That doesn't make sense. And I said, trust the process, but it would only be good to trust the process if you read it and understand the pattern, just so you know. But this is how they should have looked when I sewn this one on. So now we got to fix that problem. Fix that problem and put our guide beam back in the middle. No ma'am. Are you in the middle now? Okay. If you do it right, this is what it should look like. And I pressed it so my cutting line went away. At least y'all aren't laughing at me. I'm laughing mad at myself, though. My goodness. Three and a half by 6 5/8. Close enough. Close enough. Close enough. All right, so next week, after I finish fixing 44 more flying geese, it will be fine. It will be fine. We might have a quilt. And then Donna's going to show me how to use the crystals to decorate it after I long arm it. Okay, I have 4 beautiful flying geese that will go right here. Whoops. All the way around. And these 4 go with this quilt, or this piece. So that's exciting. I think this one needs a little bit of starch. This needs a little bit of starch because she's not laying flat. Yes. All right, boys and girls. I have 4 flying geese, and I have to go fix 44 of them. Thank you for coming. Some of them are not the right size. This is why I don't like flying geese, but we do hard things because we can. Thanks for coming, and have a happy 4th of July. And we'll see you next week where we're going to work with glue-based and Minky and see if that is much easier than the mermaid scales were, because those were tricky and they moved around and they didn't end up the same size and it was not great. Somebody recommended glue-based. We're going to try it. So stop by next week and see how it works. Thanks, Shelly. They might be after I unsew all of them and fix them, but thank you so much for coming and hanging out, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a safe and happy 4th of July.